Genomes comparison. Genomes vary in size. Genomes of most bacteria and archaea range from 1 to 6 million base pair. Most plants and animals have genomes greater than 100 MB. In case of humans, the genome size is up to 3000 MB. Genomes vary in gene numbers. Free-living bacteria and archaea, they have 1500 up to 7500 genes. Fungi have mostly 5000 genes, and multicellular eukaryotes, they can have up to 40,000 genes. Number of genes is not correlated to the size of the genomes. Like the example is of nematode in case of C. elegans. C. elegans has 100 MB genome, and the number of genes which are present on the genome of C. elegans is 20,000. While on the other hand, in case of Drosophila, the size of the genome is 165, and the number of genes which are present on the genome of Drosophila, they are approximately 14,000. So if we do the comparison between the genome size and the number of genes, so there is no clear-cut relationship between the size of the genomes and the number of genes which are present on the genomes. Here, in case of vertebrate genomes, they can produce more than one polypeptide per gene because of alternative splicing or RNA transcripts. This is a property of the eukaryotes or the property of the vertebrate genomes that one gene can produce more than one polypeptides. This is due to the phenomena of alternative splicing. With the help of alternative splicing, in case of vertebrate genomes, one gene can produce more than one polypeptides. Humans and mammals, they have low gene density. Humans and other mammals, they have low gene density, are the number of genes in a given length of the genome is less. Multicellular eukaryotes have many introns within the gene and non-coding DNA between the genes. So this is the property of the human genome and the genome of the mammals, or we can say that the genome of the vertebrates, that in case of genome of the vertebrates, we see that there is intergenic DNA, the DNA between the genes, as well as we can also see that there are introns which are actually non-coding. Those introns, they are present within the genes. Multicellular eukaryotes have much non-coding DNA and multi-gene families. So this is another property of the genome of the multicellular eukaryotes, that most of the eukaryotic genomes neither encode protein or functional RNAs. In other words, this type of the DNA or genome is called as junk DNA, mean that do not encode either for the polypeptides or for the functional RNAs. Evidence now indicates that non-coding DNA play important role in the cell. This is a pictorial view of the human genome, where we can see that how is the distribution of coding and non-coding DNA in case of human genome. If we see that this is all non-coding or the repetitive DNA, exons which are coding, mean which produce the polypeptides, that is 1.5% of the entire genome. Introns, they make up 5% of the genome. Approximately 20% of the genome of the humans, they are regulatory sequences. Unique non-coding DNA is 15%, there are large segment duplications that can be up to 5%, and there is simple sequence DNA that is 3% of the genome. ALU elements, they are 10% of the genome, and L1 sequences, they are 17% of the genome. So if we divide the human genome into coding and non-coding, 1.5% is the genome which is producing polypeptide, which is coding in nature. Remaining all entire genome of the humans is non-coding in nature. When we do the comparison between the genomes, significant similarity has been seen between genomes of distant species. Like, we can see that there is a similarity up to 23% between the genome of the humans and the genome of the yeast. Similarity increases when we move closer towards the species that belong to same taxa. Comparing the genomes, closely related species usually help us to understand recent evolutionary trends, while distantly related species, they help us to understand the evolutionary trends that have been passed or that have been occurred long ago. So when we do the comparison of the genomes, if we do comparison of the genomes between those species which are closely related, then we see and we can understand the recent evolutionary trends of the genomes. And if we do the comparison between the genomes of those species which are distantly related, then we can understand evolutionary trends that have been passed, that have been occurred long ago. When we do the comparison between the genomes, we can see that how genomes diverged from each other. Here we can see that the genome of the bacteria and the eukaryotes that diverged from each other approximately 4 billion years ago. And here we can see that the genome of the mouse and the genome of the humans, they diverged from each other approximately 60 to 70 million years ago. If we do the comparison between the genomes of the human and the genomes of the chimpanzee, we see that they emerged from each other up less than 10 million years ago. This is another comparison of the genomes. We can see here genome size. Genome size in case of bacteria and archaea, most are up to 6 MB, while in case of eukaryotes, mostly they are 10 up to 4000 MB in size. And when we do a comparison between the number of genes, here in case of most of the prokaryotes, the number of genes that can be 1500 up to 7 or 800,000, while in case of eukaryotes, the number of genes can be 5,000 up to 40,000. When we do the comparison between the gene density, in case of gene density is higher than in eukaryotes, while lower than in prokaryotes. In case of prokaryotes, the gene density is high, while in case of eukaryotes, the gene density is low. When we do the comparison between the introns, none in protein coding, while in case of archaea, they are present in some genes. While in case of eukaryotes, introns, they are present in unicellular in some of the species, while in case of multicellular eukaryotes, they are usually present within the genes. Other non-coding DNA very little in case of prokaryotes, while in case of eukaryotes, large amount of repetitive and non-coding DNA is present in multicellular eukaryotes. So this is a comparison of the genomes by considering the size of the genome, number of the genes which are present on the genome, gene density in case of prokaryote, in case of eukaryote, introns, whether they are present in the prokaryote or in case of eukaryote, and other non-coding DNA in case of prokaryotes and in case of eukaryotes. When we do the comparison between the genomes, we see that human and chimpanzee genome differ from each other approximately 1.2% at single base pair and by 2.7% because of the insertions and deletions.